All right, Bill, where's Lenny Bruce? Bill, I'm not a stand-up comic. I'm not even a huge comic geek. I am, however, a freedom of speech geek. And comedians are the most important people when it comes to this. So why aren't comics, who for the most part operate independently, louder about what's going on? I just read about a blog by a girl bashing Kurt Metzger. He's hilarious. He goes, I didn't know who he was, but I looked him up, and he's really funny. He makes good points about that stuff. The blogger just completely labels him things he's not just because she can't understand his context. You are outspoken about this and have been honest when asked, but why aren't people louder? Dude, you're speaking very vaguely. Louder about what? Bloggers bitching about comedy or bitching about social issues? He goes, I don't mean to single out so-and-so or so-and-so, but they're in big positions to speak out against the stifling of the art. Doesn't anyone want to go down as the guy who stepped up and articulated what they believe? It doesn't have to be malicious, but with some charts and graphs, you could explain it to people like that blogger Jim Norton debated. I was just going to bring Jim Norton up, that they're missing the point. Well, there is also, you kind of hope it just goes away. If you talk about it, then they get, like, more hits. It's really just like lazy reporting. I saw when Jim debated that blogger on Kamau's show, what the hell was it called there? Totally Biased. And, I thought she was, for all the ignorance that she was talking about, like the general terms with which she defined stand-up comedy and comedians and all that, like, and especially talking about how angry comics were, I thought it was really ironic that she was sort of the epitome of all of that. She seemed very angry. She spoke very generally about stand-up and really had no idea what she was talking about. And I thought I said that. Didn't I say that on the fucking podcast? I don't give a fuck about... Look, if somebody wants to go to a comedy club, I've said this before, if they want to go to a comedy club and take a comedian seriously, they are well within their right to do that. But just because they decide to take a comic seriously does not mean that that comic now, meant what they said in the joke. It doesn't make the joke not a joke anymore just because someone decided to take it seriously. So, I can only speak for myself. The only reason why I don't talk about it because I think it's silly, considering all the other shit that's going on, and then also to sit there and act like, I mean, I don't fucking, I've already talked about this. So, where's Lenny Bruce? That's the name of your thing. That's a Lenny Bruce moment to fucking say that. I mean, I guess what you're saying with the freedom of speech, but the bloggers have freedom of speech. They have the freedom to get pissed off about it. And I don't know, if anything, they're probably helping comedy. So there you go. Everybody makes out. Okay. Follow up to Bully. All right, I guess this is one. If you can tell, coming down with a little bit of a cold here. That's what happens when you drink like 12 nights in a row. It's not really the alcohol. It's the being out till 4 a.m. without a hat on. Follow up to Bully. Hey there, Billy Redface. This is a follow-up to the email I sent about getting picked on. Oh, this was the big dude, right? The big dude at school who could do something. He's at the dojo and all that type of shit, but didn't want to do something because he didn't want to disappoint his senseis. If I'm using the right karate lingo. If I'm not, I my apologies. Anyways, he said it went a lot better than I expected. Oh, to give you a recap, this guy was like a big guy, and there was some fucking shorter fat kid that was always coming up slapping him in the head at school. And this guy seems like he's studying at least 2, if not 3 different martial arts disciplines. And if he wanted to, could, that shit that they do. I don't even know what they do. Next thing you know, you feel the heat of their foot next to your ear. And then you wake up near a computer watching the YouTube video, whatever the fuck just happened to you. He could basically do that, but he didn't because he didn't want to disappoint his martial arts teachers. All right? Jesus, Bill. All right, here we go. He said, it went a lot better than I expected. I told one of my martial arts teachers, and he basically gave me a green light to whoop this kid. But not too bad. No broken bones except maybe the nose. Oh, I love this guy. This guy's old school. He said, I walked into the locker room, and he greeted me with, hey, faggot fuck. I replied with, I hear your birthday's coming up. What's your cup size? He got pretty mad and said, what'd you fucking say? I said, your cup size, you fat fuck. What is it? I love it. Did you see the fucking bitch in him coming out? He said he walked at me and swung a haymaker. I took it on the chin. Jesus Christ, you didn't slip it? He said, I beat the shit out of this kid. Well, it's good because he took a swing first. Very nice. He goes, I kneed him in the belly twice, once to the head. I kicked him in the thigh. Oh, that's the one he's going to feel tomorrow. Oh, that one's gonna bruise. And he goes, and he went down. I finished with a few punches to the head. I got suspended for 2 days after they heard he was picking on me. I think it's safe to say he won't be picking on anyone else anymore. Have a great day, and please say, fuck Kyle. That's an inside joke with one of my friends. All right, dude, good for you. Good for you. And you know something? Good for your teacher, you know what I mean? Can't always be holding people up at third base. Every once in a while, you got to wave them around. Here comes the throw at the plate, right? Good for you. I was going to say, I wish I could watch the video of it, but you'd get in trouble for it. So, by the way, I'm drinking water. That annoying sound is ice water. I'm not still drinking on this thing. All right, here's a new topic that hasn't come up, which I wish it would come up more often. Lesbian love. Dear Dr. Burr, I have a bit of a girl dilemma here. I'm a 26-year-old dude living in Connecticut. Fuck Hartford. Okay, so you're living anywhere but Hartford. Or you're in Hartford and you hate it. He said, I met a girl. Oh, wait a minute. If this is coming from a guy, all I see is threesome on the horizon. All right. Please let this go the way I want it to go. He said, I met a girl through a friend of a friend, and we became great friends. She lives out of state, but we still keep in touch and communicate with each other whenever we can. All right, you're painting with a broad brush here. That could be you text every once in a while, or you're you're sexting. Or fucking, pressing your dick up against your computer while Skyping. I mean, there's a lot of room for interpretation there, sir. But I'll continue. He says, she's independent, headstrong, not materialistic, likes the same shit I do, and we are always in sync whenever we get together person to person. Basically, perfect for me. And not to sound corny, at some point, I fell in love with her. Dude, don't ever apologize for falling in love with a woman. That's just some guy shit where you can't pretend like you want to be happy too. Good for you. He said, but she's a lesbian. And then he writes, oh, geez. Oh, wow. Dude, did you know that going into it? The voice cracking. Did you know that going into it? You didn't protect your fucking heart? Or you're doing the chick thing where you think you can change her. All right. He says, it's a bit of an emotional struggle. I would think so. He said, I've already shared my feelings, and obviously they went nowhere. So now, I'm thinking now when you said she likes the same shit you like? Yeah. I can see where you guys would be on the same page. Checking out the ladies. So anyways, he goes, so now I got to bottle that shit up inside. It's been like that for almost a year. Part of me still wants to be friends with her, but the other parts of me tells me to forget about her and cut all communications off. Yeah, I mean, or you'll just keep looking at her going, oh, maybe she'll blow me today. Ain't happening. He said, I'd feel like a douche fuck. You guys are really creating odd vulgarities here. A douche fuck. Okay, that's a new one. If I cut all ties, and yet I know it's going to suck for me emotional as long as I'm friends with her because I'll never be with her. Or will this feeling go away eventually? My friends keep telling me to forget about her, but I will always be losing an awesome, but I would also be losing an awesome friend too. What do you think, Bill? Should I listen to my heart or my cock? Thanks. Go fuck yourself. Truly. Let's see. I would say listen to your heart or your cock. Well, I don't know which wants to do what. Your heart loves her, and you also want to fuck her. What you have to do is you need to do a combo. Like, you have to have a sit down with both your heart and your dick and just be like, look, all right, your dick has to know the score at this point. It ain't happening. Okay? Your dick probably already has its fucking helmet off. It's taking its tape off and all that shit. But your heart, you know, I don't know what your fucking heart's doing. Listen, dude. I'm sorry. I'm buzzed here. What do I think you should do? I think you should just walk away. You got to walk away, and you got to be into some other chick first, and then maybe you can start to be friends again. But, it sounds like you've been a sad puppy dog with blue balls for a year, and I'd say I think you've done your penance. You know, why don't you go into the open lane? Why don't you do that? I just opened the register. Can I have the next customer, please? Go into that fucking line. All right? Oh, man, that sucks.